Welcome to Life It with the DVD. Welcome back. Thanks for being here. Today I wanted to talk about why you have to start today. Whatever it is that you want to be doing, ultimately, you really shouldn't even be watching this video. If you are, well, I commend you on one hand, but on the other, you need to just do whatever it is that you need to do. And frankly, you probably already know what that is. You're just procrastinating taking the steps to do it. And it's understandable, right? You probably have fear. You probably have limiting beliefs. You probably have things that are going through your mind, right? Preventing your body from getting started. And it's these narratives that we tell ourselves that ultimately will be our downfall in one way or another. It's a form of procrastination that we are invoking by our lack of action. And what we do instead is we allow the external world to take the driver's wheel and steer us however many directions it would like to take us, right? We get distracted with the TV, we get distracted with, video games, all sorts of things, unnecessary drama, um, all sorts of things that really we know that these things aren't contributing to what it is that we want to do or where we want to go, but we feel like we need it as a means of relaxing, or just trying to unwind and to zone out for a bit because everything else is so stressful and distracting, to the point that focusing on the things that you need to actually do, is just, it's too overwhelming, right? It's too overwhelming to actually think about taking that action, let alone actually doing it. But of course, there are times where we're thinking about things that, oh, it'd be cool if I started this project, or if I just took that step to go to that place to ask a few questions about whatever it is, ask people questions, or there's just a spark of inspiration that happens sometimes that our mind entertains and our body kind of gets excited about it. But then we're like, oh, well, we can't do it right now. I'm at work, or I have this going on. Sure, these are legitimate, excuses for why we're not doing those things and taking that inspired action. But the thing is that we have to do it anyway at some point, right? Now, if you have obligations, if you have children, right, if you have work, right, obviously things need to come before that. However, you need to hold yourself accountable that you will do these things, that you will take that step. And just do it, right? Just start. Just get your body in motion, because once you get your body in motion, your mind will accept that it's happening, right? It's happening. So, you're on board, right? If your body is moving there, your mind can't control that momentum once it's moving, right? And things will happen, right? They might not happen the way you expect them will happen, but now you have more information, you have more knowledge, you have more experience of whatever it is that you're trying to pursue. And just this process of starting before you feel like you're ready is critical to any development, any gaining of knowledge, gaining of experience, building a better life, and envisioning a better future. It takes experience, it takes knowledge of yourself, of the world that we live in, how it functions, um, who we can trust, who we shouldn't trust, the pitfalls, right? Building our own self trust, like I talked about yesterday. There's a lot of things that we need to learn, and it's a process of going through the experience and learning from the experience, not just doing the things and then not, getting some feedback and thinking about that feedback of what worked here, what didn't work. Does this resonate with me? Does this feel good? Does this feel like a valuable step? Do I think that this could be something that, I still want to pursue this? Or maybe it's something different that you would prefer to, pursue. Maybe a different direction, or with different people, or a different place. Maybe it's a different time, right? As long as you're not procrastinating, these are valid things to be thinking about and to be effectively planning for yourself, right? In that envisioning of your future and how that can look. But it starts with that first step. It starts with doing what you need to, what you're putting off often, and doing it today. And if you're worried about what other people are thinking, maybe negative feedback, or being perceived a certain way around whatever it is, right? Maybe you have a story, a limiting belief that is basically resistant to whatever it is. But I've done videos on this before, but this is a story that's in your mind, right? Your mind has created this narrative, and you're associating with an identity or a version of yourself that isn't serving you, right? It's a version of yourself that you have to ask, can I give up this part of myself that views myself this way? Or can I give up the view of me taking this action that would perceive it as a negative? And when you start to ask yourself these questions, you become more aware of, oh wow, yeah, maybe that is a story, or maybe that's something that you can't give up, right? And if it isn't, then what can you do? What could you do that would work and make you more comfortable, right? In a positive and beneficial way. If it has to come, if it comes from the validation of somebody else's approval, right? You you throw that out, right? Don't let others hold you back from the things that you need to do. Now, if somebody is resistant to that or whatever, right? Communicate with them, right? Tell them why you would like to do these things, or what it is that you want to pursue, and give them an explanation, give them some communication. If they don't understand, well, it's okay. Sometimes that happens, right? There's all sorts of reasons that people that follow their vision and their goals, and are doing things that are just very unique to life and society in general. There's a reason that they get a lot of criticism, and the real reason is it reminds people of the things that they've given up on, right? Your growth is somebody else's potential weakness, or something that they abandoned, an abandoned dream, right? They might have had. Your success can be envious to people. Now, you shouldn't feel offended about that or anything, right? But right, this is life. Life is a game against ourselves, right? It's against our own mind. It's not against other people. And often people think, it's about winning and competition, and getting the best of somebody else, and this is a zero-sum game. Well, it's not. It's not, right? The whole point of this existence is to get experience, gain experience. And, right, why wouldn't you want to improve? Why wouldn't you want to be curious about this world and the things that are in it, right? It's a very fascinating place that we live. And we're only here for a short amount of time. So why don't you just take that step today. Pursue the thing that is interesting you today. You know, pursue the things that you're curious about, and let go of what other people think about your actions and those beliefs, right? Because if you're not honoring yourself, this gets back into the whole thing with your body, right? Your body might start to hold these things, hold these resistances, these limiting beliefs. You might get stressed, right? We hold a lot of stress in our shoulders. We hold it in our back. We hold it in our bodies, and this can be physical stress and injuries and trauma and that sort of thing, and it can also be emotional. It can be resentment from holding things in that needed to be expressed and we didn't express it when we should have. Um, you know, we need to communicate these things and not hold on to somebody else's negativity or the world's negativity or society's views on just death and destruction and despair. We get to choose this path, to varying degrees. So if you want to better your life, right? If you want to get on your path, you need to take that inspired action today. And, to that end, let me know what you're going to be starting today. What is it that you've been putting off that you think you need to do? It can be the smallest of steps, right? It doesn't even have to be anything huge, but you have to honor those small wins as well, and really just celebrate them when you do something new. Experience it, enjoy it, right? Think about what you learned. Did something cool happen, or did something unexpectedly bad happen, right? Move away from the things that don't serve you. Move towards the things that do. So, while my alerts are going off here, like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and until next time, talk to you later.